Hello there, Mr. President Trump. My name is Nicholas Campbell. I'm a huge fan of yours, and I come from the city of Battle Creek, Michigan. I would like to personally say to you that in your upcoming presidential election, we here in the state of Michigan are rooting for you. And to say the least, we are absolutely in awe. I would like to discuss with you as something regarding your upcoming election. A campaign proposal I've been trying to contact you for a while, but to no success. To no success. To no success. Very, very sorry. I have speech problems. Anyways, the campaign proposal I have for you is something that is so wild and shocking that even those god-awful dummy-crats over there in Congress would absolutely be hard-pressed to deny, lest they want to oust themselves as hypocrites and liars. As shocking and as weird as this is going to sound, I am actually a market socialist. As odd as that will sound, yes, as odd as that sounds, it is the truth. And as weird as it is to be a socialist and a Trump supporter, what I would like to propose to you regarding your upcoming election is something that I would personally believe would both benefit the American worker and America as a whole, in a positive manner, not in a negative manner, unlike Ocasio-Cortez would propose on Twitter. The proposal that I have is a form of basic income. But before you close up the video, I would like to personally say this. I do have the data and backing to show that within the current confines of the American economic system, that a basic income system is possible and can persist without resulting to deficit spending or massive amounts of inflation. The evidence I have for you is listed down in a Google Docs form I have listed on my computer. Right now, I'm on my phone. I can list it down in the video description or whatever it is, or however I'm able to contact you or talk with you. I Despite not having the evidence on hand right now, I do remember a bit of it. The evidence I have comes from the federal fiscal year analysis. The amount of money spent within the federal fiscal year and the population of people within certain levels of income within the country. As it turns out, 3 point something trillion dollars can actually be much more evenly distributed and dispersed amongst people of certain income levels. Typically, and it appears that it reaches the plateau around the $35,000 to $40,000 mark, as in the people that make $35,000 or $40,000 a year. As not only that, but I have also listed down the sources of information proving how we could fund the income, as well as what am I trying to say here? As well as the ways in which we can fund it without having to resort to an increase in taxes. Mm, I'm sorry if I look like I'm gazing off. I'm just surveying my surroundings. I'm seeing a wasp or something. It's bugging me a bit. Pun not intended. Mm, Anyways, anyways, the basic income basically states that um, states that at around and basically states that the population of the United States. What am I trying to say here? On the data point, it says that around 1/3 of the United States' population lives at around $30,000 a year, at or under $30,000 a year. My bad. And uh, and as it turns out, that it is possible within the amount of money within the amount of money generated within the current fiscal year or the previous fiscal year, anyways, to evenly give out a stimulus, a sort of stimulus, I guess. The stimulus in question, the stimulus in question, or basic income, or however you want to phrase it, is a $1,000 check for those living at or around the $30,000 mark or lower, and with each person accounted for, it stated that around of the 3 trillion that would be spent, around of the 3 trillion from the fiscal year, only a trillion would have to be spent on every American within the $30,000 or below mark, and declining as with it declining every 5,000 or so, people less. Every $5,000 a person is not accounted for. Yes. Anyways, oh God, it is hot. 80-degree weather, man. It is hot. Anyways, I believe. Anyways, within the Google Docs, I have also listed down quite a few sources of information detailing how it can be paid for without having to resort to high taxes, as I previously mentioned, and which includes cutting down spending for certain other areas of the economy, such as education, military, and some others. I can't fully remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've actually looked at that document, and yeah. Anyways, as the full amount of my phone's video usage is coming to, I wish you well, Mr. President, and am rooting for you in your upcoming election. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.